Did the men on the train step in and protect this woman from a violent thug? Well, no. The cowards watched as the terrified woman begged for help.
Yeah, great story indeed.
Oh, yes. This is truly glorious, don't you agree? To hear them beg for the return of real men. Like Beowulf, let us drink in the mead hall and ignore their cries to save them from Grendel, my comrades, because there is only one thing Grendel will bow to, and that is the sharp sword of toxic masculinity. Now, before you put on your cape to save this random woman, remember this quote by feminist Irina Dunn. Women need a man like a fish needs a bicycle. Blasphemy. Now, with that being said, why would Lord Destro need to risk his life for a woman if we are both equal? I mean, according to modern ideology, gender is a social construct, right? Hence, the differences between men and women are only in our imagination. So by that logic, any woman on that train is just as equipped to be Superman than I, right? So maybe Lord Destro and Jesus don't have to always be the one to take the wheel. But I digress. My comrades, we can no longer stand idle while atrocities occur in our midst. So press the like button and smash that bell in the name of Cobra. Now let the debauchery commence.
Here's a sign of societal decay, another sign that our civilization is in serious decline. Have a look at this footage from the subway in New York City where a man in the white jacket and black leggings is rampaging on a train.
Now let's be honest, this monstrosity looks more like a transformer than a man. Why is that important? Well, because putting hands on RuPaul's sister in a New York City train is now considered a hate crime. You think this victim, is gonna help you with lawyer fees, Mr. Hercules, to fight a federal case? A far worse scenario is if you manage to get raw-starred by Miss Mango. I mean, at that point, you might as well migrate to a Brazilian jungle, change your name, and invest in some plastic surgery, because there's no coming back from that.
Looks like there are plenty of able-bodied men around watching. He targets a woman, sits next to her, and begins to assault her. What do you think happened next? Did the men on the train step in and protect this woman from a violent thug? Did someone bother yelling at him to stop, to show there was more of them than him? Well, no. The cowards watched as the terrified woman begged for help.
Over the years, men have received so much shaming language and emasculation that they have now become immune to it. You're gonna have to dig deeper to shame a man into risking his life for women that repeatedly tell him daily that they don't need a man. You can't have it both ways. Are men only useful as bodyguards and moving bulletproof vests? Are men only useful when lives have to be sacrificed? Our lives, our careers, our families, children, wives, and concubines are worth more to us in these dark times. Never risk your life for a woman that is not submissive to you, or for a woman that doesn't look at you as her leader. Modern women have killed chivalry, so the White Knight Code of Ethics are null and void, Templar. So hath the gospel of Lord Destro. Ignore these words at your own peril.
You saw her there say, "Somebody, please help me." But nobody stepped in. Nobody was interested beyond filming the ordeal. The maniac went on to kick windows and terrify more passengers. But what does it say about society that not a single man stepped in to help? They allowed it to happen. Where are all the good Samaritans gone? Where have all the men gone?
Where have all the good Samaritans and men gone? Let's take a look at that.
Men, you being a good Samaritan to a woman is not her needing you.
Let me make something perfectly clear to you. I do not need a man.
Alexa, remind me that I don't need a man and men are useless. This is what I mean when I say I hate men.
Do you think men are important? Like for what?
You got
I don't need a man. I don't need a man.
Men seem to be mad at us at the fact that we don't need them.
We do not need you to shepherd us.
What is the most important job of a shepherd? Well, to protect his sheep from wolves. Or in this case, Grendel. And since you don't need men, we are confident that you can handle Grendel yourself.
The time of heroes is dead, Wiglaf.
Most modern women do not understand how savage the world is. Society, on any given Sunday, is a few blackouts away from total chaos. And modern women are just as helpless as domesticated sheep in the wild. Going forward, women will have to earn our protection through respect and deeds of gratitude. They will no longer be entitled to our protection just because they are women. Now, I often get hit with the counter, well, what if that was your daughter or your wife? Would you not want anyone to intervene? And honestly, this is a valid point that can't be ignored. Truth is, there are a lot of women that don't believe in the "I don't need a man" rhetoric. However, when their peers bash men publicly about how worthless men are, these women are silent. They don't speak up in defense for the men that protect them daily. How is that any different than the men on this train who sat and stood in silence? There has to be a punishment or sanction for taking men's protection for granted, and all should know that the order and civility of society is based on the fear, respect, and awesome power of toxic masculinity, and most importantly, the will of Cobra. And although you will never be worthy of a monarch such as myself, Lord Destro would suggest that you poor fools at least give oligarchy a try. So hey, Lord Destro has spoken.